I spent 100 real-life days playing ARK Survival Ascended with the ultimate goal of defeating every boss on the hardest difficulty, including the Overseer. My buddies and I did this as a group from the launch of ASA, and we wanted to see just how hard it would be, so what happened? Well, let's start at the beginning. I spawned in and, oh my god, the beautiful, mildly low graphics. I began my tree-punching escapades before I was assaulted by this dude looking like he came straight out of the Lord of the Rings Gollum game. Anyway, I found my boy Nacho and we tribed up. After running around on the beach admiring the beautiful new South Zone 1, Nacho and I found two more friends, Shellborn and Cheesy, and we cobbled some fires together. We were already freezing. Fortunately, we quickly found out that you can now attach a torch to your crotch like some kind of primitive flashlight, and so the night of the first day began. While we waited out the night, cozying up by these fires, I found out the harsh reality of the fire particles, which is to say my, at the time, mere RTX 3090 could not handle these damn fire graphics, and it easily dropped my frame rate in half. Apparently, the fire wasn't the only thing that was going to cause us issues, as one of those evil beach birds, an Ichthyornis, came to pester us. I have a burning hatred for these things, and so, needless to say, it did not last long in my presence. He got f***ed. He got bodied!
Oh, that's a wild one right there, mate.
It's a wild one right there, mate. Our plan was to gear up and craft a raft and set off along the beach to find some metal to settle nearby. Everything was shiny and new. The bow, the bleached cloth, the serene blue of Ascended's night, and you can finally snap things like campfires together. The raft still just slides around on the water. Some things never change. We made our way over to the brand new cove in South Zone. Previously, this area looked like, this. And this is just one of many places on the island that were completely redone into a gorgeous new tropical style. I was about to hop off our dedicated raft when Nacho suddenly teleported into the sky and died of fall damage. No, I'm sorry.
I was clipping in you and it was launching me into the sky.
I had lots of fun dragging his body around like an empty piñata and discovered that, like the first game, the body is hooked onto the hand bone of the survivor carrying them, creating a truly beautiful display. After a little while, I decided to craft some colors and check out what they'd look like. Luckily, I didn't end up sticking with this look for very long, okay? Anyway, after exploring the jungle a bit and mining a good chunk of metal, I came across the first explorer note of the playthrough, the first of many. Once we were ready to leave that area, we set sail with the newly acquired Moscops that I think Nacho tamed. He was named Ned 2. Good to know that once I die, I'll be replaced by this entity. When it started raining, I was flabbergasted. The game looks so goddamn good, dude. It's unreal. Engine 5, yes. Oh yeah, and Shellborn, this menace of a blue Grinch, had a Pteranodon already. One of our allies, Zenny Armor, also discovered us, and though he wouldn't end up sticking around for very long, we let him hang out for a bit. We thought we'd found a good spot to potentially build a base in this bay area, but I wasn't quite feeling the vibe. The mildly horrifying Rex that was in the area didn't help either. He's pulling his out. The strength and girth of this gigantic creature was unmatched until we realized that the AI of dinos in ASA is about 10 times more broken than it was in ASE, and not only was it getting stuck on rocks and trees, the Rex was also just getting really confused in general. Honestly, I felt kind of bad for the guy. Oh, also, I don't know where this compy came from, but he was just hanging out on my back. All I know is that his name was Sir Bumble Knockin' Tootin'. After we made it to a new spot on the beach, just north of the lava cave, we parked our raft and I brought our then Moschops into the jungle to help gather resources and possibly protect me. Given that we're basically PvE mobs, I started building this ridiculous wooden shack with pillars and every possible PvE feature you could imagine. We started some metal cooked up on the raft, and as much as we had a couple tribe members, I was doing most of the building at the time. Nova walked his ass up on the beach and joined the tribe, merging into the hive mind of unintelligence.
Who the f is that? Kill that motherfucker.
What?
Die.
Whoa, hold on.
You thought.
Oh, hello? So I got right back to chopping those trees, building this somewhat pointless base, and oh my god, the building system. Wow, it's so sexy. We found out there are these walls that can open up, and like a rabid gang of monkeys, we were enthralled by this technological advancement.
You scare me right round, baby, right round.
We discovered a level 100 iguanodon that was just walking up to the base, and I figured this was as good a time as any to tame it. Partway through knocking the thing out, I passed the f*** out. Remember, kids, drink water. If you don't, you'll turn out like the Blinch. As I worked on the base, it occurred to me just how much freedom there is with building in the ASA, at least for the average player. I think as a result of the less jank, it did remove a significant amount of creative potential of players that are especially good at breaking the game to get a particular look with their builds. But for your average, no-talent Bob like me, it is a huge help because, oh my god, upside-down sloped walls! Listen, I never played S+ in ASE, so this is a big deal for me. Once we tamed the iguanodon, I named him Jeremy Stieglitz. If you know, you know. Once it became nighttime, our base turned into a whole-ass horror game environment, as on one hand it looked godly with the shadow casting, but on the other it lagged everyone to 20 FPS. At least we had torch though. Do you want to touch tips, Nacho?
Hold up, what?
Hey, you guys are touching tips down there without me?
Alas, I finished the base, but this was only the beginning to the grind that would follow. The server crashed. Not an unusual occurrence, as you will soon learn. Smile. I wasn't actually quite done with the base and decided to build a mildly adequately sized wall around the base to protect our sensitive bodies from the harsh tropical circumstances. And with that, after 6 hours of playing, I sat my blue ass down on the bed and went to sleep. I woke up in the game, and after stepping outside and going up onto my roof with my buddy Nacho, we looked out at the landscape and at our newly tamed dinosaurs, like Jeremy Stieglitz right here, a beautiful specimen. We got to work repairing our tools, harvesting more resources, and taking to the skies on our pterosaurs. And this was when we came to experiment with the Wi-Fi water. It was a little confusing at first, but eventually I came to understand the black magic. The server crashed. I got back on and it reversed the black magic. My Wi-Fi water was gone, so I put it back and it stayed for now. After experimenting with some new building tile sets, I went to get a drop in the swamp, and then the server crashed again. Smile. I got some metal with my bird, parachuted back because his skinny ass could not hold my blue thundering thighs, and I got it cooked up. Lickety split. In a cacophony of confusion and lust for power, we tamed a Carno. Or in other words, we just ran the thing in circles and pelted it with arrows. Then I got distracted by the fact that you can punch the water and it makes a cool splash effect. Yippee! The water made me curious what would happen if I waterboarded Nova, so I tried that for a little while. I don't think he liked it very much. Arzik watched. I finally discarded my bloodstained Power Ranger clothing, and I built a full set of chitin armor. This provided me with a delectable butt flap as shown here. I don't know why they added this, to be honest, but I was mesmerized for hours. After some trilobite farming, I had discovered that Arzik had tamed a Sarko, a beautiful specimen named Lord Farquaad. He would make great friends with Jeremy Stieglitz, I'm sure. While Nova and I were out exploring, we found an army of happy little Dilos. I'm not sure what happened with spawn rates in ASA in these early days, but I felt at peace. They looked very majestic. Then we pulled the gamer move and killed an Alpha Raptor for that sweet XP. Ultimately, we settled upon a level 135 female Beelzebufo. We got it tamed up with some prime meat, and just when things were looking great, the server crashed. Once we got back on and delivered our frog safely back to base, I became entranced by the underwater fog effects, which at first were stunning. We learned how dyes work, and I dyed my chitin armor so that I looked like a confused anime antagonist that has daddy issues. Don't worry. It doesn't stick around very long. And with that, I went to sleep. On this lovely day 3, I woke up to a foggy morning. I hopped on my boy Jeremy and began to mow the forest down, faster than the Canadian wildfires. I decided that it could be a good method of farming metal if I rode over to the nearest mountain on my frog, because he had a little bit of weight and could jump very far over any potential predators. So I did just that. But oh man, they take a lot of fall damage, so be careful if you ever try and do this. The server crashed, so I decided to pick up a Nerva note before I went home, praying to the ARK gods that I would be allowed to return to my own private domicile and not be destined to live out my life on the peak of my misery. And then I returned home at last, and my frog Peter and I were happy gamers. That ended day 3. The next day I woke up and decided I'd like to commit baby slaughter, so my Carno and I did just that. I farmed loads more resources, as you do, continued building the compound, and discovered that we had an aloe tamed off camera by another tribe mate. His name was Phil. Equipped with this incredible beast, I set out to slaughter not just helpless baby dinosaurs, but also alphas. I demanded Nacho remove his sweaty garments, and he stripped down to his undies to show off his impressive curves, and from there the server crashed. Again. Once I got back on, I decided I needed some metal armor, so I made some flak, finally, and marveled at the fact that you look like a knight when you wear it. It's actually pretty cool. The plates dance around, they've got jiggle physics. After farming as usual, we got another crash, and it was at this point that I was starting to regret everything. I flew around the map a bit on one of our pteranodons, looking for an Argentavis to tame, and once I set my eyes on this green female level 95, I figured it would do. I brought it back, slowly, painfully, and knocked it out, then tamed it with some effort. I named her Minty Fresh. After taming the Argentavis, I farmed loads of metal, which was oh so satisfying because the funny number went up, and that was it for day 4. On to the next. 2 days later, the next day I was on, since this was our dedicated server URA, I flew to the neighbor's base and found out they had a levitating baby Bronto that looked very diseased. Then my game crashed. So I decided to not fly near that base ever again because it was probably a bad omen, and I farmed some more metal. Then I went on many adventures across the island on Minty Fresh, taking way too many screenshots of the beautiful clouds and overall UE5 graphics, and subsequently massacred dozens of innocent, unsuspecting penguins. penguins. I mined many oily rocks, and with my new materials, I made an industrial grill, and we were finally moving up in the world. I farmed lots of meat with Yellow, went to get copious amounts of metal, and returned to base only to make a ghillie suit, which, by the way, looks way different than its ASE counterpart. Then I drew this Picasso painting on the wall of a lumpy, long object of unknown origin. After building the lovely and professional YouTuber lights in the base, I went to sleep. On day 7, I logged on and immediately crashed. Once I got back on though, my tribe mates made it clear to me that we were moving base because this spot, quite frankly, was just bad. Nova and Arzek decided we should move to the west to this area here, and I agreed that it would be a reasonable place for us to build our new private domicile. And so the move began. In preparation, I made quite a few vaults. Arzek built a war drum and commanded respect with his music, and so began the migration to the domicile of Noob. I flew over a swarm of our beautifully under-leveled tames and began my work on the domicile of Metal. Oh, look at that shiny rust-free tint. After adding some more pieces, I was pretty much done for the day. The next day, we got to work on some polymer collection. Violence was the only option. These fragile, innocent, vulnerable penguins never saw it coming. We ventured into the swamp cave to collect some paste for the metal structures and contracted hemorrhoids in the process. But we had an antidote. I needed to continue the base, so I went back and forth between our old spot and the new, crafting hundreds of tile set pieces, adding them on one by one. Nacho and I farmed vigorously at the volcano, smacking rock after rock as we do so often. By the end of our escapades, our metal empire grew substantially. I figured we'd need a basement to hide all the bodies, and so I began our construction. My tribe mate, Shellborn, aka the Blinch, also known as the Blue Grinch, needed to be blue to truly become a Blinch, so myself and Riley blinched him up. The blinchifying process was a challenge, but eventually he was fully transformed. I dragged him into the basement, knowing that one day our Blinch would be birthed from the cellar doors, a new specimen entirely. With that, day 8 was completed. The next day, just as I anticipated, the Blinch crawled his way out of the cellar.
Oh my god, he's in the floor. Oh my god.
The way he walked was elegant. Every action this man took was like a heavenly act of God. He's so sophisticated. I took the Blinch to go metal farming, and as expected, he parted the clouds and opened our third eyes to the blessings atop the mountain. By which I mean more metal notes. I continued building the domicile, pillar by pillar, wall by wall, until it was ultimately closed off. We had several utilities, and things were looking good. I spent far too long focusing on the graphics of this game, mesmerized by UE5, and as unstable as the game is, at least on your nature safari, you can witness Thylacoleos waterboarding innocent birds. Nacho and I decided to get some artifacts, so we explored the central cave, grabbed ourselves the artifact, and went over to the Hunter Cave, extracting its treasure. Then we went to the Lava Cave, and oh my god, the lighting! It's so yummy for my eyes. When I got back to base, I decided we should have a gigantic wall, kind of for no reason. So I constructed this thing, starting with the foundations. Day 10, I logged on. I discovered that the Blinch had attempted to Blinch me, but he wasn't very successful. I contributed to the wall, which was slowly becoming a large, very tedious project of brick and mortar, of walls and quarter walls intermixed. My buddy Riley and I discovered that our neighbor had curated a Ned-themed basement in his house. We discovered the underground dungeon and found a disturbing sight, some empty canvases that this large man wanted my autograph on. And so I did, but it didn't show up for him. This game is broken. We moved on and farmed way too many resources. We also went to the Carno Island cave and grabbed the Devourer artifact. Then we moved on to the upper south cave and with some significant difficulty eventually made it to the artifact with a strange combination of tames and weapons we brought in. Nacho crashed right outside the cave, and while we thought his loot might be gone forever due to the dense foliage, I managed to Robloxify my graphics to recover his bag. I don't know if this is possible anymore, but back when the game launched and this was filmed, it was possible to just disable just about everything. Like you had just clipped into a backrooms level you'd never seen before. I built up the walls, loads more, and that was it. The next day, I spent way more time building up the wall. It was starting to look pretty ridiculous. On my way to farm more metal, I found this Giga melting its flesh away in the lava because its ex-wife left and took the kids, but I got a free Giga heart out of it. Eventually, I had acquired a 611 damage torch, which I promptly tested on some innocent subjects. I'd never witnessed such an incredible torch back in ASC, so honestly, this was fascinating discovery for me. At this point, it was time that we dipped our toes into the ocean biome, and so I flew over to the open sea and jumped in, instantly taming a low-level ichthy. And yes, disabling the entire ocean really makes it easy to see things. Go figure. Thanks, wildcard. Anyway, with my newfound ichthy, I started taming another one, but nearly lost my level 14 to this pack of degenerates. No! Ichthy, you bitch! You fucking bitch! He's f***ed. He is f***ed. Or is he? Or is he? Nacho and I found a level 140 Dunkleosteus, and we began the very slow assault on its chitinous armor as we pelted it with trank arrows. We finally knocked it out, but we did a lot of damage to it. I accidentally shot it after it fell unconscious as well, so I ended up waking it up so that we didn't ruin the tame. While it was waking up, we killed some alphas and built an underwater pen because our wounded pincushion friend was going to take a very long time to wake up. Once we finished our pen and woke up the Dunkel, I knocked it out again and swam up to grab some mutton, only to find that the server crashed again. I logged back in and oh boy, this was while I was shooting the Dunkel. Hoping its torpor hadn't dropped too low for me to kill it before it was knocked out again, I shot it again and it was fine. The guy was very starved at this point, so it didn't take long to tame it again. And we got ourselves a Dunkel that tamed out at 208. I named him Headache. On our way back to the water pen, we got stuck on some coral and Yi the Ichthy met his untimely end from drowning in the air. Day 12 I got on and we had a Basilosaurus. Only problem is that we had to pick up the entire gate of the water pen to get him out. You gotta lose some weight, buddy. I pretty much spent the rest of the entire day building a bit of the wall and gathering some more resources. Day 13 was marked by a copious amount of rock farming, which I used the Dunkel for, and found a bountiful harvest of stones, and the server crashed. I went to go get more stone, and in between gathering, me and the boys took some cinematic, mildly homoerotic shots of ourselves in our skinny tight apparel. Nacho showed off his bulging torch, too. We also tested the sheer power of my new torch, and needless to say, I wanted to see how it would stack up against the mighty and powerful Trilobite god, Nacho. I hit him once while he wasn't wearing armor, and it did almost 300 damage. When Nacho woke up, poor guy looked like he got mauled by 7 goddamn raptors at once.
I just got lit on fire with the with the fucking torch they used to light the Olympic flame.
We were having way too much fun when Nacho created the poop torch.
It's a poop
Hey, you
torch.
got the
That's
shit.
the shit torch. What
It's
the
a poop torch.
All right, strap it on.
Oh my god, it's just like
Powered
you're
by
farting
piss.
out of your man.
Nacho, I think you need to see a doctor.
As I was building the wall, Arzik reminded me of S+, the most popular mod back in ASC, and I promptly snapped back with my metal-clad argument against it. I miss my S+ nanny. I miss my S+ fucking light with the dongle for Bluetooth for infinite kibble fucking harvester.
Need my S+ ring.
Content! Lots more building later, followed by a cave run, and I was about done for the day. On day 14, I found out the true extent of coloring structures in ASA. Needless to say, they have way more color regions. I was getting some beautiful footage of this Dickrus when the server crashed. It crashed again! But this time around, I sent my crash log to ChatGPT and asked it to explain the log to me like I was 5.
This big wall of text is what we call a crash log. It's a bunch of computer words that help grown-ups understand why the game stopped working. It's like when you're playing with blocks and suddenly they all fall down. Ah! What the
Nacho.
f? The crash log tells us which block made the whole thing topple over. It's a way for the computer to say oopsie and for the people who make the game to figure out how to fix it.
Jesus Christ, I created a horror game with these walls and Arzik just started chasing me.
Come back here.
Arzik then placed a light in the basement and created Wall-E. And then this is probably the best part of the playthrough that ever occurred in the 100 days.
Yeah, you guys need to relog right now.
What did you do?
What the f? I just heard the music and then I turn around and the fucking Blinch is dead. Dude, he just stood up and it played that fucking sound.
More building, more farming, more loss of sanity.
Oh, what the f?
The Blinch decided to shed his skin and transformed into the Inch.
No, I have a better reason.
What in the?
Oh my god! What the f is happening? Dude, he's turning into a Wendigo. He's just the Inch. He's no color. The Inch. Final boss.
Looks like the more you zoom in, looks like bottom right is gonna appear. The Inch.
The Inch. Oh god, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
And that was it, until the next day when I took a tour of the server and found a literal highway stretching across the ocean. But other than that, on this day, we had an important mission. Our newly acquired tribe mates, Ariscan, myself, and Nacho headed to the easy underwater cave atop our beautiful, hopefully adequate water mounts. We got the artifact, got some notes, and got out without incident. It was pretty easy at this point in time. Not sure if they change it in the future patches though. While Ariscan and I were out exploring, looking for alphas, we found this little fella stuck inside the mesh. It was hard not to feel a little bad for him, as he just had to take it. We got Ariscan a note, and then had him kill the alpha for that little extra bit of XP. Because I love smacking thick metal rocks, I spent some time solo farming. Not sure why I didn't just bring a tribe mate, but I guess the thousands of hours of solo play on ASC has given me enough brain damage that solo farming is just perfectly natural for me, to the point that it's as easy as breathing air. Once I got home, I discovered the incredible ability to flail the Blinch around like a piñata. I'm not sure at which point he became the Blinch again after becoming the Inch, but the Shellborn lore does not always make sense. I started the next day by farming some metal. Our northern allies came to visit us, gifting us a sweet long neck. They so graciously prevented me from seeing the transaction itself. Thanks, Dropper. Then I went to sleep. Day 18, I killed an Alpha Carno. That's great. Day 19, I built a pen for 4 creatures. Cool. Later in the day, myself and my trusty, girthy friend Spartan, or in other words, BB Bop the Neanderthal, ventured into the snow cave like role players. We walked along this insane metal highway that was not built by us, mind you. Later on in the server's lifetime, this was destroyed as per the rules, but at that point, it was there for us to just peacefully glide along the cave walls undisturbed. Before ending the day, I decided to collaborate with some other tribes to bring down the first boss of the server. We comprised a plan to exploit the geometry of the arena and mowed down the monkey with guns. Day 20, I acquired an incredible AR, either from a BP or in loot previously found, and I wanted to test it out. So I went on a killing spree on the island. Seemed like they really buffed the loot quality at the time, and the AR was finally useful because of it. Cue more farming, a lot more. After our farming adventures, Nacho and I discovered the best feature in photo mode, the ability to zoom in.
All right, now A-Dye, do it.
Have you heard of the high elves? By the Nine Divine, it really is you. Hello, traveler. Fancy seeing you here.
Good luck.
Would you like to see my wares?
Oh, I know where he went.
Hello. Hello, traveler.
You can like barely see him.
Oh, that's perfect. that is actually recognized.
After role-playing like we were in Oblivion, I continued to wrap the stone wall foundations around our plateau, finally connecting both sides. From there, I just had to build the entire rest of the wall. No problem. On day 22, I did a whole lot more farming, again.
These guns are made out of like 6,000 dead penguins.
Dear
all
God.
converted into like one gun.
I'll do anything to construct only those most powerful guns. Speaking of constructing things, before you make fun of me for making this stupid wall, they didn't add cryopods yet, okay? You may have noticed that our trimates were slowly populating a rainbow grid in the middle of the base. This was because most people were becoming inactive, and we needed a solution, the most unethical solution possible. So we kicked them from the tribe and allowed our dung beetle to slowly rip their bodies apart in the most excruciating death you could possibly imagine. The dung beetle was called inactivity as a reminder for the sin they had committed when they ever logged back on. Inactivity was really dogging on him. Holy shit.
He's going.
Oh my God. Here, let's make it like a cookie, like a breadcrumb trail for him. Yeah, we'll put this one here. First he eats Nova, and then he gets Shellborn, and then he gets Isaac, and then he gets Riley. Bro, what is he doing? He's like asserting dominance.
The Blinch is dead.
Blinch is dead.
Yeah.
Consume. Yeah, just like that. Slime swirl. Good boy. He's well fed now.
Inactivity's bloodlust has been sated.
After the beetle had consumed them all, we put him back in the greenhouse with a full belly, an experience he would never come close to having again, because 8 weeks later he starved to death, completely neglected by his tribe.
Yo, what the f have I done?
He went to go pick me up on the mammoth, and he actually picked up our dinosaur gateway.
On day 23, I realized we would need a much bigger water pen, so I picked a flat spot and began crafting and building a colossal stone structure, which would be halfway in the water. This was pretty fun to build, though it took a very long time and totally exhausted our already insane stone supply. Then we found out that another tribe had trapped a high-level Rhinio, a level 130. We brought a Bronto over and managed to impregnate it, right after Nacho accidentally shot our then tamed Rhinio, instantly killing it. It was a good thing that we managed to get our Bronto impregnated, especially because the wild 130 Rhinio died almost immediately after from someone else accidentally killing it. We took our Bronto back to base and I continued to build the water pen for a couple hours until I started crashing a lot because my graphics card really doesn't like the ocean biome. This constant crashing compelled me to turn off everything and turned the game into unfired clay. It was pretty unplayable, though I did stop crashing. Our Bronto was almost ready to pop, and so myself, Nacho, and Spartan watched as the Bronto was about to experience the most painful death possibly imaginable. Probably.
Oh my god. Spartan, stop deep turning a cucumber, bro. Oh! 3, 2, 1, go.
That was perfect.
Our beautiful specimen hatched, and we would go on to name him the Jonkler, because he kind of looked like Joker. Nacho and I knocked out a 145 Moza and got it tamed before hunting a Titanosaur to get my guys some sweet XP. The next day, I headed on over to the now finished water pen and took the newly tamed Moza, Joe Teeth, into the water. Then it crashed. I went around the ocean for a bit, killing alphas, crashing about as often as I found them. Now this also happened to be the day that the merge was made of the Steam version into the kind of crossplay build where Xbox could also join. And I noticed a couple changes to the UI.
Wait, is this, what the f***? Is this what it looks like on Xbox?
I think that's what it's supposed to look like.
Dude, we're playing on Xbox now, bro.
Oh god. On day 25, I farmed. I also tried to tame a Karkar, but failed miserably. This is the first creature to genuinely strike fear into me in many moons. Myself and my deformed friend Ariscan began to breed some sheep, so we would have a good source of mutton. He quite enjoyed this, I could tell. A happy little gremlin he was. Because the Karkar taming had failed, we traded a lone wanderer on the server, Bobo, for 2 Karkar eggs that were fertilized. Ariscan and I planned to hatch one, and after mine hatched, I named her Boobette. After building some more irrigation infrastructure, I did some exploring, some taming, some farming, as you do, and watched as my Karkar had grown about a millimeter taller in height over the span of 2 hours or something. Then I played basketball with these snails, trying to force them into the tiniest possible cages they could fit in, because I'm ethical. On day 26, you could hear a faint buzzing noise as I did my breathing treatment and then stopped the recording. The next day, I built a happy little pen for my not-so-happy little sheep. Oh god, what did we do to them? I went to go farm some more penguins like an absolute pro gamer. I hope PETA doesn't break down my door with how good I am at figuring out the quickest way to exterminate an entire colony of innocent Kairuku. But I mean, look at that organic polymer. Ugh! All of this polymer would be for one thing. I was turning the fatty blubber of hundreds of growing penguins into a single AR. Was it worth it? Yes. Nacho and Ariscan and I decided to run the Megapithecus, this time with them, so they'd actually get the tetrams and some element. We did Gamma to familiarize everyone with the technique that is definitely not an exploit, by the way, and we obliterated it pretty quickly. We then went into the ice cave to get some loot and the artifact, which ended up being a pretty fruitless endeavor with a lot of wasted bullets, but at least we got the artifact, I guess. Ariscan and I went into the Carno Island cave looking for Megalania for their toxins, but the amount of player-built structures that were there at the time was really getting in the way. The boys and I took some allies into the Megapithecus with us to do Alpha, but unfortunately Ariscan was too low level at the time and we didn't even realize that, and Nacho was launched like a fucking gummy bear into the white void.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you die?
We pelted the evil monkey for his heinous crimes of existing and punting Nacho, and ultimately we won. After we got back, I took our trusty Procoptodon back to the base with our element. A long day that was. On to the next. On day 28, I repaired a bunch of gas masks in preparation for nothing, actually. The game crashed. Cool. Day 29, I tried to deadlift Nacho. Then I dragged around a body for a while. Oh, okay. We went into the water cave for some more water action and loot, mainly the loot. Then I activated clay mode again.
What do you mean?
The skybox. Oh god. Oh, what the f is that? We explored a couple of the pearl caves underwater to get some notes as well as black pearls since we were gonna need those soon enough, and I expanded the base vertically to fit the tech replicator. That giant girthy tech replicator in our tiny little base stretched its metal walls with its enormity. It was a little too erotic, I think. We also made a tech feeding trough, and I farmed a bit of meat with the now fully grown Boobette. We knocked out this Megatherium that got stuck in the tech replicator, so that's cool. Ariscan was also raising a Rhinio named Colgate. Cute little guy. The next time I got on was day 31. The snails had escaped from their prison, those pesky little troublemakers. I put them back in their place. Slurpee, maggot, curry, and special poop. If I see you escaping from your cages one more time, no more food for you. Ever. I spent about an hour farming the artifact in the upper south cave, boy do I love AFKing and taking really weird screenshots. After collecting my artifacts, I deposited them in the base, and that was it for day 31. The next day I farmed even more artifacts. On day 33, I decided to go to the lava cave with 2 other server goers, Vard and Bread. We were trying to farm the artifact a bit and get some loot as well.
No wonder nothing is found.
Run! Vard!
Oh shit!
Run! Go, 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 run.
Oh god, I got mega rabies!
Once I got back to base, Nacho and I decided to kill the Mechapithecus a couple times, so we brought some ammo and took the thing down, absolutely mag dumping it. I tamed some more snails, and Nacho and I farmed lots of wood for charcoal. About a week later, I got back on after having loads of server issues. I wasn't super inclined to play when our saves were being corrupted day after day, spending a lot of my time finding solutions to fix it at that time. Alas, I logged onto the game once more and farmed a bunch of stone since we just raised our rates thanks to the Extra Life event. Nacho and I did the Megapithecus again on foot, but he fell off a ledge right before it died. About 20 left.
Oh,
Oh no. Run! Run, my boy! I'll kill him! Oh my god, I'm out of bullets! What?
I got him!
At this point, we had a good stock of element, and a generator to power loads of stuff at an insane range increased in ASA. The base was getting a little too small for my liking, so I expanded it significantly, making a room for 2 new industrial forges and a cooking area. I logged on the next day and wanted to go for a lovely ride on my lovely Renio before the server. Once I got back on, I built lots of structures for like 20 minutes straight, and I carefully placed each one on the wall until this towering stone wall of unnecessarity was nearly done. I don't think unnecessarity is a word. On day 42, I logged onto the island, finding that it was ravaged by murder turkeys. Myself and some other server members tried to find the quickest way to kill them, generally comprising 2 methods, either using the Renio sap or just a car. I was once again sick of crashing, so I enabled clay mode. Apparently it turned supply drops into balls of clay, and I farmed a load of metal, killed a load of penguins, and crafted lots of things, as you do. The next day, I finally had enough turkey wishbones to craft the turkey costume. This thing's pretty cool. It has a lot of funny little flappy bits. That was about it. The next day was very important though, because we went to do the Island Guardians with our northern allies, the United States of America. The dinosaurs were so scared of the arenas that they turned into RuneScape sprites. We fought the Megapithecus easily, healed up, and then did the dragon.
First time I see the graphics like this. Awesome.
The AI just got used.
What happened to his face?
It looks it. Yeah, one of them's gonna. Okay, I'm gonna hold it.
He's like 10% dead.
This was such a nothing dragon.
Yeah, he was pretty chill, honestly. He was mostly staying on the ground.
See who gets the kill.
While we wanted to go in with a plan for the broodmother, since she's pretty tanky, she didn't exactly give us any time to execute on it. Right, my fellow comrades.
Before we go, I want to make sure.
No, before we go, we should play shotgun roulette. I'm gonna spin rapidly and press left click.
Please.
Do not do that.
I think that's a good idea.
And then Ned, and then I believe me, I think.
Wait. No, and then me, and then Ned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, get on.
It is zooming. It's zooming.
Oh, she's right here. She's right here.
Okay. I guess we didn't have. I can't move. I'm fucking.
Get around for the back if you can.
Yeah.
Come on. Move.
Are you stuck, Sparky?
I am so stuck. There we go.
No.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, stay in the back. Or wherever.
I love how the spiders just explode out of her back.
So
That's
should
like
we
real
just
babies.
get off the saddle and finish her off with shotguns just for shits and giggles?
I would not do that. But, you're welcome to if you want to lose the tech ones.
I'm gonna take a
After your bullets, you know,
I'm
you're
tickling
really close to
tickling
someone.
her ass.
Yeah, please do not shoot the gun.
Too late.
I'm tickling her.
I'm just waiting for the sprint pace. We didn't even lose a single one.
I'm tickling her.
What was that?
What happened?
Smile.
Which one killed it?
We won, and that was that. It was a whole 5 days before I logged on again. Just to put things into perspective, at this point it had been around 50 real days since the launch of ASA, and if you've been playing it since then, you'll remember just how much of a content drought we were in and have been leading up to the launch of Scorched Earth. So needless to say, it was getting a little tough to actually log onto the game consistently. But shortly after logging on, I found that the snails had escaped. Well, I guess we know who's not getting any cake. I needed to record some footage for a short in my Northern Allies base, and while I assumed this would be a normal field trip, I discovered some unsettling imagery on their walls. First, BB Bop the Neanderthal showed me his room of voluptuous scalies, and then Mr. Triggerpug showed me his collection. Unfortunately, all of it loaded in. Trigger eyed his collection with his spyglass intently. Traumatized, I flew back to the base as soon as I could and cried myself to sleep promptly. Yeah, I mostly just flew around on this day looking for turkeys. The next day, I gathered some notes, killed a whole lot of turkeys on the car, and of course, server died. Yeah. I logged on the next day and once again had to pummel my snails back into their tiny cages as they nearly escaped once again. I don't really know how they fit their shells through the rails, but I don't question it. I also don't feed them. Loads more turkey kills later, I was able to get some emotes. Unfortunately, those emotes were later deleted off my character for no apparent reason, so that was a complete waste of time. The next day, I crafted a tech helmet and farmed ocean resources with Nacho, gathering quite a supply of black pearls to add to our collection for some more tech that we wanted to craft later on. Then on day 55, this was sort of the start of the Winter Wonderland event in ASA. The snow biome was then populated by Santa's helpers, which are just Gigantopithecus with Santa hats on that break every time you kill them. And of course, you can't forget the abominable snowmen, which are also just Gigantopithecus, but they look pretty cool. There was also a Pegomastax Grouch. I sought all of these things out to collect every emote available and found quite possibly the best animation they've ever added to the game, the Snow Angel, which lets you do this. Unfortunately, they fixed the ridiculous jiggling, which is a real shame, but it was fun while it lasted. Also, holy shit, the amount of detail on Santa's workshop, the sort of smithy skin is insane. I was just mesmerized by this for like 20 minutes. These textures are seriously next gen. I managed to get a tech suit, and it turns out you can put skins on it now, which allowed me to fly around in my Christmas sweater. I don't know where the jetpack is coming out of.
Trigger, have you seen this base? It's fucking
that.
like holy f***. You could not do this on Old Ark.
That's so funny.
Now, it was on this day that we realized Nacho and I were pretty much the only active members of our tribe. Everyone else kind of just left. The tribe in the north was also missing some active members, so we decided it was in our best interests, mutually, to merge together with the US. Because we were merging with the United States of America, we would have access to lots of oil, too, so that's a positive. I met up with the great BB Bop the Neanderthal, and we merged together, creating a new tribe, the tribe of Black Mesa.
Anyway, I'm gonna steal all your now.
I'll take you.
Oh,
You'll
oh my.
take me.
My newfound buddy and I explored the island, collecting some notes, praying to God that we wouldn't crash. He showed me the beginnings of his mighty oil rig that he never finished, and I wanted to see if the great BB Bop could kill a level 250 abominable snowman on foot with his sword.
All right, you ready to fight him?
No! Wait, he's fucking green.
Yeah.
Fucking he's like an extinction creature. He's like fucking primal mod.
That was terrifying.
Look at his eyes. Doing like no damage.
Look at his eyes. Oh my god.
From 11 FPS by looking at him. Oh, he's doing actually some damage.
Abominable snowman.
Yeah.
The base game, or is that mod?
This is in the Winter
vanilla.
Wonderland.
Jesus. What does it give?
Hopefully the Krampus skin. Because you can't craft the Krampus skin.
Spartan's gonna die.
Are you okay? Oh my god.
He's not okay.
Oh
my god.
We all wanted to find out how the loot worked in the event since some craftable items had been added in the fireplace. So we waited at the fire, stayed in bed, and prayed that Santa would grace us with his warmth. Didn't really work the first time, but the second time, all hell broke loose.
Z.
Oh. Oh god.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Is that what they mean by giving you f***ing dinos?
Here's your presents. Here's your presents, guys.
Oh
Also,
my
they were
god.
level 1, weren't they? Oh yeah, I got cool.
2 large crop plots. Are you
So it turns out Santa sends you caprosukis if you massacre baby children. That's up, man. What I did was perfectly ethical, but capros, that's crossing a line, dude. We farmed Megapithecus a few more times, and that was about it for our escapades that day. The next morning, I decided to wrap Nacho a lovely present, a single note with some nice little words in it. I then spent quite a few hours desperately trying to get the Krampus skin to no avail because that thing was super rare. Trigger was showing off his flexible talents, not sure how useful that'll be in the future, but looks like he's having fun.
If you hold like a pickaxe or something. Oh, what the
Right? Pulling the drawstring on the bow. See what that does?
Yeah, if you hold left click with
But that's kind of badass.
Yes.
We went and killed the Broodmother again to fill in the techgrams that other tribe mates had missed, and we made mud angels in the arena.
We'll make snow angels in the mud.
Oh, there it is.
No angles.
No angles. Snow ankles.
90 degrees.
I'm getting muddy.
Yep.
Bestie, man.
This has got to go in the video for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I ended the day trying to get the Krampus skin, but alas, maybe next time, I said as I cried myself to sleep again. And as it turned out, next time would be day 64. I started the day mining a bunch of obsidian and metal with my god pick that was literally max melee damage. They apparently nerfed the loot quality of items later on, but because we all got our blueprints prior to this, we still had a bunch of god tier stuff. Luckily, when we get to Scorched Earth, we'll be starting from scratch as far as, items and dinos goes, so that's kind of solving the problem there. I made some tech feeding troughs so that our dinos could last a good while as we were going away for a bit to wait out the content drought. As such, I cryoed a bunch of our dinos just to make sure they wouldn't be consuming an enormous amount of food, and our snow branch did the same. And speaking of that absence, the next time I got on was day 82, over 2 weeks later. The Christmas event was still on because Jeremy, thanks Jeremy, and because it was on, I kept trying to get the Krampus skin. On my first attempt this day, I finally got it.
Okay, spoiled meat.
Oh my god, I got it! Yes! Finally! I got it! I just freaking got it! Finally!
Wait, okay. Oh. Wait, please.
My game just crashed! Why? My game just freaking crashed! Dude, are you shitting me? Now, you may have seen the first iteration of my Trilobite mask, the one that we've used in shorts a few times, which is heavily inspired by Majora's Mask from Zelda. The Overseer hid a single Tribora mask on the island, and of course, only 10 minutes later, the most deranged official player I've ever met, the lovely Diablo, found the mask. He put it in his base, and I snuck in just to take a peek.
Dummy for a minute.
Oh my god!
It's right in there. Wait, no, this is on the Gigantopithecus. Yeah. So when
Nacho and I found an alpha mosa to kill for some black pearls, which I would never turn down, of course, and so we went and killed it. Just the next day, I spent some more time gathering notes, scouring over the island, and checking every nook and cranny of a cave. From there, my character was basically put into a coma for 17 real-life days when I woke up next on day 99. I filled a bunch of the troughs up and hatched a theory in preparation for the Overseer boss fight, the final challenge of our 100 days. I fed and cuddled this theory as much as he needed, and then left him to grow up on his own until the next day, which of course was day 100. We'd been waiting a few weeks just for this so that we could kill the Overseer on the 100th day. So we geared up in our shining tech armor, weapons, and our shoulder pets, and gathered up all the dinos to the gate. After gathering everything we needed, we mustered our courage and opened the door. All right, opening the gate in 3,
Open
2,
the floodgate.
1, go.
What was that?
I'll be in the back. I'll be taking the back.
I'll be
You'll
taking
go.
the-
You'll take the back.
I'll go into the back. I'm stuck. I love this fucking game.
Oh my god, it's a Rex.
You might want to fear roll all this too.
He's gonna you dead.
It's a Rex?
The Rex died from your cringe.
That's how we get
The
him.
Rex is the die.
I'm not gonna say what that sounded like.
Oh no,
No,
Duckbird!
Duckbird.
Why did
Welcome to
Duckbird die?
Well, I think he had heart disease. As well.
I don't know what it was. He just decided to die. Well, I don't have a shoulder pad anymore.
Watch out! All the smoke in the volcano.
Oh, guys! I'm stunned.
You're still
I'm stunned. They stunned me. Oh no, Netazinosaurus! He's gonna fucking kill himself. Stop.
It was
He got Microraptor.
Oh, I forgot those are in here.
Yeah, they're f***ers.
Microraptor!
Stop moaning.
Okay.
Oh, there's.
Wait, there's a fucking Theri in here? Oh my god, our long lost cousin. He joined the other side.
But also,
What the f did that Barry just do? He did a full flip.
Also, what are you doing here, Barry? This is a lava cave, no water cave, silly.
2 Microraptors.
Barry. Be very careful. There's a golden 2 that is running towards the lava. I'm holding him with my ass, or else he would be running off the edge. What the f are you doing? No! My brute! My brute! No! Dropper unfortunately perished, and when I checked his bag, he was absolutely loaded with more garbage I had ever seen in a corpse. Why do you have 2 monkey trophies and 4 survivor implants on you, Dropper? And 92 silica pearls? What, are you gonna throw them at the overseer? Huh? Oh, wait. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't, because you're dead. I'll enjoy this apprentice hide hat on our journey down the rest of the perilous tech cave. After sifting through what we actually needed from his remains, we continued the trek down into the volcano. I can't. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I gotta put that on.
I can't. Spark, get out of my. Oh, please. No, he's blocking me in a corner now. Oh my god, I can't move. Get out of the. Please!
Hold on.
Move forward and just pray that the Giga doesn't see it.
I don't know about that one.
He's nice.
If he's close enough to aggro, if he does, don't panic. We can kill him just fine. We got cakes.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Okay, I'm just waiting for us to move. Okay.
Yeah, just duck and don't let him see you.
I think I just got
I'm
Fear
feared.
I am Fear Ward.
Oh fuck. Nacho.
I'm gonna have to hop off my team.
Yeah.
We could try and whistle some of the.
Just keep me stuck, Spartan. Don't let me go.
I got Fear Ward.
Oh no. You might have to hop off. Spartan, hop off.
I'm just gonna tank this.
A couple of us almost died at this intersection, and a couple of Theris jumped to their fiery demise in the magma. Oh my god! What the fuck?
A couple of our Theris took a dunk.
Why did they fucking? Alright. Alright, well there's aloe, so stay back. If you're human, stay back. Don't get close to these.
Right.
They're literally just chilling in the bathtub down there. Wait, the trigger got out of the lava, I think.
What?
Is that the one? Yeah, he's alive!
Wait, what? Where?
Trigger.
Wait, how?
Yeah, Spartan 2's the only one still in the lava.
Oh, the rest got out.
He decided he didn't want to die anymore.
What up, man?
Spartan 2 really does want to die though. Oh god! Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, whatever, just fucking. Okay, Golden 2 might go in the lava again. Okay, now we're good.
No, we're good.
Oh, that guy's still fucking.
Oh, I just got Perloviad.
Oh my god! What? Golden, get back to us.
Help Golden. Help Golden.
Help Golden.
I've got my shield up.
Holy shit, you got fucking launched! What the fuck was that? You literally got I thought you were dead. I thought you were in the lava.
Yeah, I thought for sure you were just getting dunked into the mouth of the Giga.
This area is
No.
by the way.
Once we reached the end, we were blessed by the freezing temperatures of the Gatorade room. Next time you're down here, take a sip of the pools. Trust me, smile. Blahaj, the penguin, was ready with his barely fitting riot helmet. I don't really know how Golden carried this thing all the way down here, but it was with us nonetheless. Passing through the gate to the Overseer Arena, we faced our final challenge. Nacho, quit dancing. This is a serious moment.
Sure is, guys. How serious it is.
Wait, turn the flashlight on.
I wish we still defeated it.
Yeah, it was a classic.
Please don't crash. Please don't crash.
Oh! What the fuck? I thought that was the sound of my game crashing.
Oh, I made it.
Oh, dude, the lighting is so much better.
Whoa.
Why is it so dark though? It's like pitch black.
Well, because there's not a lot of natural light source.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the
that
light
would, like-
coming from these f***ing places is so dope. Holy
Yeah, it's
shit.
pretty sick.
So, real quick question, Trigger. Are we going to hop off the theories now and just fly around the arena?
Yeah, I'll put them under there.
I didn't hear you, Spartan.
Are we hopping off the theories and flying around the arena to shoot the overseer?
Put them in, put them in the UT.
Did you not hear me?
Thank you.
No.
Tell me when you can hear me.
I can hear you now.
Okay, are we going
So anyways, guys...
Shut the f*** up! I'm going for the note. I'm going for the note.
Go for the note, yeah.
Oh, I love the mushrooms. I wonder what they taste like.
Overseer does not care right now. He literally does not care.
Bro is just... There we go.
No, he cares.
Yeah, it looks like he cares now.
Maybe.
Get your ass out of the way! Sparky!
Oh, the moon is very
Thank
nice.
you.
I think it's the same match.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is the same match.
It's just, it has that depth of field applied to now.
Oh, I don't like that. Open that one.
Good art. Creatures! Sure are there.
I
Please
don't know.
not
It's
be
the
in
note.
neutral.
We should probably do neutral now, yeah.
Okay. Sparky, come.
I'm coming.
Alright, I'm gonna hold off the entire...
Are they on neutral? Attack! He's pulling his minions out.
He's pulling his out.
And get him. Oh, I got stunned. Fuck.
Yeah, we all did.
Luckily, most of the defense units are dead.
Oh my god, we already fucking...
That's actually great. That means he'll stay still sooner.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I forgot he has different forms that will like absolutely obliterate everything.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, he's transforming!
The whole Tech Haven Overseer is awesome.
Oh, he's a Magnificus.
Monkey.
Oh, he's fine. Monkey.
Monkey.
I'm up. It's preferable to be on a mount, I guess, for this, unless you're really far away from him.
Or you're hovering on him, on top of him.
Even then, sometimes his rock can still reach you, which is...
Not if you're on the ceiling.
Yeah, not if you're on the ceiling.
Well, the shotgun can shoot like a million miles away, so you might as well...
Yeah, it's actually like a real shotgun, not cold
Just
duty.
be careful not to
Accurate
shoot.
shotgun.
Yeah, great shotgun, let's go!
Make sure you don't accidentally hit one of us, I guess. I don't know how that might...
I
I think
remember
this
when
is
they-
the first time I've actually fought Overseer with Tames. Like, ever.
Even though it's
stuck.
stress-inducing, I always found it...
Oh, not the
hard with
Kairuku.
What happened to it?
It died.
No!
Really? What happened? I was holding it.
It probably just died randomly like the rest of them.
It just wanted to die. It was ready to let go.
Heart disease.
No friendly fire.
My 1v5. 2v5.
Oh, Sparky, you stopped the Overseer. He literally stopped moving.
Oh, the stopped him for a little bit.
Stop the Overseer.
Stop the Overseer! Stop in the name of the law!
Also, yeah, I think the shoulder pads are dying because the game just decides they just can't exist anymore and they're not allowed.
But also
They
And,
also can take damage now while they're on your shoulder.
Yeah, but they were also just dying for no reason, like, without us. Unless they die from the
that's
cold.
true.
Like, if they dude, imagine the damage you take from cold affects them. That'd be I bet they
It sounds like
fucking
something that would
really-
exist.
That seems like the
What's he
only...
turning into now? Please, brood mummy.
Yeah, it's Broodmother.
Guys,
Oh,
we gotta.
it just
I'm
got
the only one on the Broodmother right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're all,
I'm
they're
shooting it.
stuck over, there's like two stuck over here. Because they're with Trigger.
If you can just whistle the UD to follow you away, but I don't know.
I'd have to whistle everything on Sid for a
Yeah,
second.
I mean,
There's
he's
no
on.
way.
The dragon's almost dead. Oh. No, my friend.
That's why we need the code.
Oh, he's doing the thing where he's doing lasers constantly now.
Yeah, that's what happens, I believe, when he's near dead. Is
Yeah.
Yeah, constant lasers.
Bro, stop respawning things! Thank you! Fuck him up! Fuck him up! There we go!
There we go!
Yes.
Yeah, that's three chibis in it that you just got.
Make sure we whistle everything into the bubble, in case.
I don't think that matters. I think it's the whole random.
My game crashed, so you can.
No!
Oh no.
Well.
Don't touch it. You might still be here.
We killed it! Nobody died except Nacho, who crashed right before we ascended. As our bodies uploaded at breakneck speed, I was just hoping that Nacho's decrepit, frozen crash victim corpse was flying along with us. As it turned out, he actually ascended despite dying. Thank you, Mr. Overseer.
I can see all your stats, man.
I can see all your curves, Nacho.
I'm pretty sure we already know how she died.
I can see your nips.
Wait, it
in
didn't
high
delete?
def.
No, it didn't. Never mind.
I can see your color regions. Wait a second.
I thought
Oh,
it did.
that's your
But it did.
I thought those was your color regions.
Bro, just when I could see your color region.
But that was pretty much it. We did it. We killed every single boss on the island, and Scorched Earth was many, many weeks ahead, so all we could really do was wait. But if you're seeing this video around when Scorched Earth releases, well, you probably know what's next. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.